Hello, Generations Church. Coming to you this week through video instead of an email update, but there are two important announcements that I wanted to share with you. The first one is this. At the end of summer, I met with our pastoral care team just to go over just some of the normal things that we do that time of year, and they surprised me and told me and asked me, maybe not asked, but offered to me and recommended to me just to take some time, 4 weeks, of taking a step back and breaking away from my responsibilities of preaching every Sunday. And they wanted it to be 4 weeks in a row, and I graciously thanked them and have taken them up on that offer, and I'm looking forward to that. That's actually going to start on October 31st through November 21st. If you've been with us over the last few weeks, you know that we are in the middle of a Dream Again series. And at the end of this Dream Again series, we're going to have 4 weeks where people are going to share their story of stepping into the dream and the plans that God has for them. And so it's going to coincide with those 4 weeks. I'll still be here, I'll still be participating, but I'm looking forward to those 4 weeks to dream again myself. As you know, the last 18 months have been survival mode of making sure that we're trying to do the things the right way, and things have been planned and then things have been canceled and things have been reorganized, and then we've had to be flexible here and do some other things there. And I'm excited to dream again a little bit myself, and I want to take some time over these 4 weeks where I would usually do some sermon prep and take time throughout the week to do that, to dream again. And I'm really excited about that. So October 31st through November 21st, not only will we hear stories of people that have stepped into their dreams and the plans that God has for them, but I will also be taking some time to see what that looks like for us as a church, as God leads, now that are starting to come through, hopefully, what is the end of what we've been journeying through over the last 18 months. And what does it look like? What does the next year, what does the next 2 years, what does the next 5 years look like for Generations Church? And I'm excited about that. And I'm thankful that the Pastoral Care Committee and the leadership team offered that to me and wanted me to do that. And I'm thankful. And hopefully I will be a better pastor because of that. That's the first announcement. The second announcement is this. To coincide with that, October 31st to November 21st, those 4 weeks, we decided this past Monday night, the leadership team and the ministry team met together and decided that during this time, we would go back to one service at 10 a.m., not only for those 4 weeks, but through the next 4 weeks of Advent as well. So for the next 8 weeks, we've decided to go to one service at 10 o'clock. And there's several reasons for this, and I want to be transparent with you of why we're doing this. First of all, we thought it would be good as people share their story over those 4 weeks for us to be together and to experience that together. Sometimes you lose a little bit when you have 2 services and guests are coming in and sharing their stories, and one service might have a different feel than the other, and we want to bring everybody together for those special moments. I think those 4 weeks are going to be special for all of us. One of the other reasons why we're doing that is just to help out our ministry team. Some of you have been serving faithfully over the last several months, the last 18 months, and just been giving week after week after week. And when we have 2 services, it requires a lot more people to serve. And so going down to one service allows us to give our people that are serving a little bit of time, a little bit of break, to where we can ask more people to step in and fill in some of the gaps and really kind of gain some traction and momentum with people serving again in some of our areas on Sunday mornings. And so we want to give respite and care to those people as well. And so we're really excited about that. And the other reason is this, just to be completely honest with you, we're not the only church struggling with this. The pastors that I talk to locally and around our region are experiencing some of the same things. Before the pandemic hit, our church was averaging around 240, 250 people, give or take a few, depending on what Sunday it was. And since then, coming back from the pandemic, and even over the last month, we have averaged anywhere between 50 to 60% of that number. And so, as you can tell, that's a lot different, a lot smaller than what we were before the pandemic. And churches are navigating through this, and they're trying to be flexible and rethink things. And so we thought it'd be a good time over these next 8 weeks, starting October 31st, just to go back to one service, just to bring people back together. There's been a lot of people that haven't come back yet for whatever reason, whether they've gotten out of the routine of going to church, or some people are still staying away from crowds. But we've also gained a lot of people, and so it might just be a good time to meet new people as well that maybe you haven't been able to meet. There's been a lot of transition over the last year to 18 months, and so we're just going to take this time, 8 weeks, and we're going to reevaluate after those 8 weeks. And we know that this is not going to be a permanent thing. We know that we're going to continue to grow, and that God is going to lead us, and that eventually we will go back to 2 services. But for these next 8 weeks, we are going to go to one service at 10 o'clock, and more information will be coming to you over these next 2 weeks. If you're serving on a ministry team, your ministry team leader will be reaching out to you of what those next 8 weeks will look like. And so we just wanted to make you aware of that, and you'll be hearing that over the next couple Sundays live at church, and also through emails. And we will communicate as clearly and as effectively as we can. One of the words that I've have tried to live out over the last couple months, the last year or so, is learning how to be flexible. And I just want to thank you for being flexible with us. We are learning as we go. It is not the same as it was 18 months ago. And so we're doing our best. And we feel like this is the right time to do this, and the best thing to do right now for our church. And like we said, we don't know if this is going to be permanent, probably temporary, but at least for these 8 weeks, we're going to gather for one service at 10 a.m. starting October 31st. And we just look forward to everybody being together. And we're looking forward to that. And more information will come, as I've said earlier. And just want you to be aware of those things, and look forward to seeing you this Sunday. God bless. You are loved and you are prayed for, and it's an honor to be your pastor.